And one more thing, pay-per-view related, that I wanted to talk about, because I don't know how much time I'm going to have or when I'm going to be back. But TNA, and this is a reaction to the spoilers, I don't know how this is going to play off on TV, and I don't know what the final card for Genesis is going to be. But I'm thinking right now we have a card where it's, for Genesis, we have Morgan and Anderson in a contenders match. Guns versus Beer Money for the tag titles. Lethal versus Kazarian for the X title. Robbie, you dropped the title. Thank the dear Lord. And AJ versus Williams for the television title. And there's Ray versus Devon, which is a piece of shit. I don't care. Didn't we learn from the WWE in 2002 that these guys just don't work as singles guys? And aren't they stale as hell now? Come on. Nobody cares about this feud. But, I mean, yeah, and Kurt Angle's making his return. That was on the poster. I don't know who's going to be facing, but all right, you have a card that has an awesome tag team title match in Guns versus Beer Money, and you have Kurt Angle's return, and you have two really solid title matches in AJ Williams and Lethal Kazarian. And you have a contenders match in Morgan versus Anderson. There is absolutely no need for there to be a world title match on this pay-per-view. Hardy's got bigger matches down the road. He could face Angle. He could face RVD down the road. And he's going to face Morgan or Anderson again, most likely Anderson. There's no reason to have Hardy defend the title on this pay-per-view. There absolutely none, because you've got plenty of attractions on here that would make me want to order this pay-per-view. I just got done saying don't pay money for Final Resolution, but I might order Genesis. And I'm going to say something controversial here. I don't know how people feel about this, but I think the main event spot should go to the Guns and Beer Money. They've shown in the past that they can steal the show, have the best match, and nobody can follow them. Victory Road, Kurt Angle could not follow the Guns and Beer Money. Their matches are that good. And I'll say right now, I would say don't do a world title match, because there's no need for one. A match with RVD in my opinion, hasn't developed well enough, and you could easily hold that one off until maybe Lockdown or Slammiversary, assuming Hardy doesn't go to jail for his drug charges or whatever. And same thing goes with Angle. You can save that one for later. Don't have Angle come back and face Hardy for the title right away, because that makes no sense. He hasn't been on TV. He hasn't earned a title shot, So I say give the main event spot to the Guns and Beer Money, and let them close the show, and it'll be awesome. I guarantee it'll be an awesome match. Why not? Can anybody give me a good reason why they can't close, other than tag title matches don't close the shows? Because I remember when AMW and Triple X closed the pay-per-view, it was pretty fucking awesome. I know there were no tag titles, but it wasn't even a title match. It was just a fucking awesome match that people wanted to see as the main event, and it worked. And, if you don't worry about ratings or anything like that with a pay-per-view. Once they've ordered the pay-per-view, they've ordered the pay-per-view. What, are they going to turn it off? Just let them close the show and let them have an awesome main event. I guarantee it'll deliver if you let the Guns and Beer Money close out that show. Again, I'm just saying, I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know what the full plan is, but that's totally what I would do. Just give it to Beer Money and the Guns, because I guarantee they're going to have the best match on the show. Now I look good, and now I'm all ready for the Christmas season. I look all festive. It's great. It's awesome. But, yeah, this is going to be the finale to my gigantic, extravagant, rambling bullshit, I guess. If any of you are still here, you didn't drop dead of boredom. But, yeah, this was going to be like kind of the miscellaneous end to the whole thing. And I wanted to talk about what could WWE and TNA do in 2011 to improve their products. Because obviously, if you watch my videos, you know I'm not a huge fan of what the WWE and TNA do these days. And I especially enjoy watching their fan bases fight with each other. No, our show's better. No, our show's better. It's like, yeah, you both suck. So, congratulations. You're the topper for medial reading. That's kind of the winner of that contest. But what can they do to fix it? Like, what can they do to make it better? Because, watching the television shows this week, I feel like there's definitely a lot of room for improvement. Raw was bad, bad acting. That's something that needs to fix. The entertainment aspect of sports entertainment needs to be good. And the WWE, the acting is horrible. Like, I could sit here all day and list how, the promos are supposed to make me care about the matches, but the banter isn't even good, so I don't care about the matches because, the speech is so bad. Nobody calls the cops on Cena or Edge, so the stories don't make sense. We have a leprechaun beating a eagle mascot by throwing breadcrumbs around. Again, living proof that Vince McMahon is truly insane, because he thinks that shit is funny. We have Santino and Kozlov winning the tag titles, because, yeah, tag team wrestling is alive and well in the WWE. It's like having the Bushwhackers as champions, for God's sake. Then in TNA, a lot of the same problems. Why'd they do this? Why'd they do that finish? Why are they doing this segment? This stuff makes no sense. Yada, 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 back and forth. Just same old problems. With the one saving grace, which I'll say it was probably the saving grace of wrestling television for the week, was the Mickie James versus Tara Cage match. I did want to put that match over because that was, in a year where women's wrestling has been just, it's been sucky. I mean, there's no other way to say it. It's just been bullshit. But that match was pretty damn good, I will say. I will put over that Cage match. I thought Mickie and Tara were going to kill each other on that last spot. I thought Mickie was going to blow her knees out, and I thought I honest to God thought Tara got knocked out at the end there, because that there's no way that landing could have ended well for anybody. But yeah, major kudos to both girls. That was a hell of a match. So yeah, saving. Well, you know what? Big Bang Theory, their episode this week, the episode ended with Raj and Howard having a mock wrestling match. So you know what? I'm gonna say they had Big Bang Theory had the best wrestling show of the week. I might get in trouble for saying that, but I don't care. But yeah, what can TNA and WWE do to fix their products? One thing that I've thought about is enhancing the sports aspect of sports entertainment. I understand it's not real. I understand it's entertainment, it's scripted, whatever. But I think you got to look at things like UFC and MMA and football, and you got to look at things. Well, why do people like these things? Statistics are a big part of that. Win-loss records, ranking systems, time limits, all these things that make real sports exciting should be applied to professional wrestling. When I buy a set of trading cards with professional wrestlers, I shouldn't get a paragraph explaining to me who the wrestler is. I should get title histories, win-loss records, and things of that nature, like I would on a baseball card or a football card. And this isn't meant. I'm not saying they should try to trick people. I'm just saying this would make the product more exciting. I think wins and losses should be kept track of. I think house show matches should count. I mean, if you want to make win-loss records, if you want to make house show matches mean more, have them count towards a win-loss record that affect the rankings. There you go. The matches mean something, so they're probably worth checking out. And it wouldn't be that hard to keep track of. I mean, the endings are predetermined. You can map it out 2 weeks in advance. It's not that hard. But, yeah, doing things like that. Why does the WWE not have time limits? I don't know. TNA tried a ranking system, but it made no sense, like I said before. I mean, why should fans get to pick who moves up the rankings? No other sport operates like that. It doesn't make any sense. And they're going to rig it anyway, so you're giving them a false sense of power for no reason. So yeah, that was stupid, poorly executed. I think the sports aspects of added to wrestling would just make it a more exciting show. I was watching the Giants play the Jaguars a couple weeks ago, and they came out with two very depressing statistics while I was watching it. First, at the start of the game, they were like, the Giants have not scored on an opening drive this season, resulting in 5 turnovers and 5 punts. Ugh, that's not good. And then in the fourth quarter, we're getting towards the end of the game, it's like, when trailing in the fourth quarter, the Giants are 0-4 this season. It's like, oh, great. Thank God we broke both of those. But, those kind of things help tell the story, the story of the game, and make the game more exciting and more interesting. And people eat that kind of shit up, and I think they could apply those kind of things to professional wrestling. And I've heard some people say, it's like, well, wrestling fans keep track of that kind of thing. And I'm thinking, what are you telling me, that wrestling fans are stupid? It's really not that hard. I don't see how it would really make things overly complicated to apply things like that. And the proof is in the pudding. I mean, Undertaker's streak is one of the major attractions at WrestleMania every year, and it's a fucking statistic. It's based on wins and losses. It's a winning streak. It's exciting. It's interesting. Goldberg's streak, it was a number. People like that shit. It's something to get behind. It helps tell the story. It makes it feel like it's tangible, and there's some believability to it. And I think if wrestling tried to do more things like that, even the Royal Rumble, people always seem to keep track of how long people lasted in the Royal Rumble. I mean, Royal Rumble is loaded with statistics every year. It's interesting. And I think if they tried to apply more aspects like that into wrestling, I think it would make it a more exciting show. Overall, I don't know if they will, but I'm just, food for thought. I think that would really help and make it more exciting, while also offering the things that makes professional wrestling different, which would be the high-flying action, the entertainment aspects, yada, yada, yada. But yeah, it is sports entertainment. You're trying to present yourself as a fictional sports league. I think they should act like it, and I think they should apply things from real sports that make real sports exciting. And I think that would help, and I think it would be a great way to kind of evolve professional wrestling for the future. But yep, that's the end of my gigantic ramblings. Did not lose my voice. I don't know if you all are still awake or if you're even watching this. So if you stayed for all the different parts, the whole edited thing together, then congratulations. You're not gonna get a cookie, but you will get my thanks. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope I didn't bore you. You probably enjoyed it, but yeah, because I'm an interesting, charismatic guy, right? But yeah, it is the Christmas season. I know some people don't like, Merry Christmas and prefer Happy Holidays or whatever, but I'm a Christian. Born and raised a Catholic. I'm a Merry Christmas kind of guy, so I'm going to wish everybody a wonderful Merry Christmas. If you're traveling, stay safe, have fun, enjoy your family and friends. This is a wonderful time of the year for love and peace and joy and all that good stuff. Just enjoy yourselves and have a blessed Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays if you don't celebrate Christmas. Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, and all that good stuff. It's all fun. It's all good. Holidays are great. And have a wonderful New Year as well. And hopefully 2011 is great for everybody. And that's the end. You'll see me sometime next year, so peace out, everybody. Have a blast.